Thank you for watching our presentation today. My name is Alex Jennings-Temple from Sana Commerce. Along with Cisco Software Solutions, who are a key partner of ours, I'm going to take you through our presentation and product demonstration today to show you a little bit about Sana Commerce and the benefits of using our solution for your e-commerce needs. So Sana Commerce has been running since about 2008. We are a Dutch company, and we were mainly focused on B2B e-commerce. We were originally a Magento house, and we were very much, B2C e-commerce focused. But we had a lot of people coming to us with desired functionalities for B2B commerce that, quite frankly, took a lot of customization work. There was a lot of workarounds, and it didn't really match the needs for those requirements. So Sana was born off the back of that, and it was purely built at the time for customers who were looking for that B2B solution. A lot of the customers who we were talking to had complex requirements or maybe niche products, who a lot of them were market leaders within their space, and e-commerce generally had always been a challenge for them. They'd generally built their business on referrals and recommendations, and they struggled to take that offline business and basically make it a success online. So that's where Sana stepped in, and we basically worked with them as their transition through e-commerce and managed to take those complex B2B requirements offline that made them so successful as a business, and basically help them take that online. And that was a challenge for a lot of organizations we talked to. Generally, we did have customers who didn't have a solution in place, but some of them were on their maybe first or second generation of web store, and they'd struggled with it. It didn't match all of their needs. They may had customized in-house solutions that run standalone, and these solutions weren't necessarily integrated to their ERP. There's a lot of things running standalone which wasn't ideal, and some had sort of more mainstream solutions and sort of B2C solutions out there, but they were looking for more of an omnichannel experience with more B2B functionality as well, because with some of the mainstream solutions out there, there are compromises that need to be made. So a typical interface solution, so the majority of sort of B2C mainstream solutions you'll see on the market are generally, they'll be separate API projects between all of the various elements within the ERP. So we'll find that there's two systems to maintain. Generally, you have to rebuild all of the ERP data in the web store itself, and a lot of these projects can be complex, they can be time consuming, but also they're not necessarily 100% reliable either. And also they need to be maintained. So if you're upgrading your version through your ERP, for instance, or going through an upgrade with Cisco, for example, then a lot of these projects need to be rebuilt onto the new platform, and they need to be updated, maintained, and supported. And they're all separate sort of interface connections between things like pricing, orders, stock level, customer data, that's kind of synchronized back and forth between the two solutions. So it can be kind of a disjointed approach. So basically, it's because all of these various solutions out there are, silos. So these solutions are built separately from the ERP, and that can cause some sort of issues between the two systems itself. And what we tend to find is not all of the data in one system is available in the other. Not all the functionality as well from the ERP is available in the e-commerce platform as well, so there's compromises that need to be made there. We have that data synchronization between the two systems as well. And generally we find that changes need to be made multiple times. You might have to change things within the CMS tool for your front-end e-commerce solution and the back-end ERP as well. And it's a constant kind of sync between the two systems. So basically where we step in is really help you make your ERP solution and your e-commerce solution work as one, and really leverage the data you already have, the critical data that runs your business, to power your web store, which means all of the information is one place. So when things are updated within the ERP, then literally live, we will see that in the front end Sana Commerce web store. So we're basically a platform that's designed. We mainly work with manufacturers, distributors, wholesalers, and retailers. We help you really succeed by taking that offline business and basically putting it online, so the customers who already depend on your services can have exactly the same experience, whether or not they're talking to a sales rep, if they're phoning in, emailing in. All the information on the front end web store is correct and replicated from the ERP to create a seamless relationship with you and your customers. So we are, unlike a typical interface solution, we are fully integrated into the ERP itself. So we plug straight into Nav or Business Central, and we're utilizing all of that critical data you have with one quick, smart integration process to maintain all of that information on the front end web store. So basically, we're making your ERP and your e-commerce solution work as one. And that eliminates those silos, those complexities, and those compromises that typical businesses have to make when using those interface platforms. So all of the ERP data is available in real time in the front-end e-commerce solution. All the ERP functionality is there as well. So as long as you have data stored and key information within the ERP, then we can just rip that out and project it onto the front-end site. It's a single source of data, or like I like to say, single source of truth. So all of that key critical information that you need to uphold to run your business would literally just be replicated on the front end shop, and changes only need to be made once. So you just make all of those changes in the ERP, Sana sits inside it, and we'll just use that data and go and project that onto the front end store itself. So basically, we're leveraging your data to manage your web store, and all of the stock levels, customer details, pricing information are edited at any point within the ERP. Then you will see that straight away in the front end Sana web store. So there's some of the benefits around Sana and how we are really different to some of the other solutions on the market. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take you through the product itself and just show you how that integration works, and basically a little tour around the solution itself. So this is an example store. This is our demo store, Outdoorer, which is linked to a copy of Business Central. So at the moment, if we came across this web store, we do have the ability to have a open shop. So this is very much a kind of B2C shopping environment. And then at the top here we can see we have a login, so we have a trade login area, and I'll show you what changes on the site once we actually log in. We have a number of customers who don't actually want a front-end B2C store, so this could be closed, which means if someone comes across Outdoorer, for instance, they would have to put in their username and password as a trade customer, and then it would open up the shop and they can basically go and place their orders through it. Alternatively, some of our customers like to have a shop in place which might show a catalogue, for instance, but if they went down and started navigating around the shop itself, then they would be able to have a look at your product portfolio, but it wouldn't actually display any kind of stock pricing or checkout information. So they could go and view the goods and things that you sell, but they'd have to register for a trade account to be able to actually purchase through it. So there's various options on how you would want the store actually set up. Now, while we're on these various pages, you can basically build the own store. So we give you the admin, so we'll build the store itself, and once we've linked it up to Business Central, for instance, it'll bring through the critical information straight away. So on the left hand side, I can see in this particular product set we have frame sizes, wheel sizes, accessory names, bike colours. All these are basically product attributes that have been pulled through from Business Central. So if we had a new bike come in, for instance, into stock, and it had a different frame size, I would add that in, and as soon as I say project that onto the store, it would create the attribute on the left hand side automatically. We pull through images from Business Central as well, if they're stored in there. Alternatively, we do have our own CMS tool where those could be stored. We pull through the product descriptions, the product SKU. We have the stock, so we can set whether it's in stock, out of stock, or low stock, so we can set those parameters. And the price here is coming through as the basically list price on the price card for the item. So all of that information is coming through straight through from Business Central. If we actually click into the product itself, There's other things we can add in, so we can add in advanced descriptions, multiple images. We also support variants, so in here I can choose whether I want it white or black, or if you have different sizes obviously, then all of those variants are set up within Business Central or Nav, and we'll just pull them through automatically. We also support units of measure, so this is just one piece for instance. However, I could order a box or a pack, and you can decide how that's ever set up within the ERP, and then we will go and replicate it. And like I said, you got the description, the specifications are being brought through from the attributes within the ERP. Attachments are also brought through from Business Central in this instance, and then you can add things in like mix and match, upsell, cross-sell opportunities, and all the reviews are listed. If you wanted to use reviews, then you can add those in as well. So it's a fully configurable, customizable pages as well. So if I just go and take this SKU code here and go through into our admin area, we can go and basically make the site look like however we want. So if I go into the product page here and just search that particular item, we can see here is our item, and if I click edit, this will take me through into our editor where I could go and change the main description. We can go and put in our meta descriptions, meta titles for our SEO searches for individual products. I can go and upload images and videos in here, however I want to show those on the front end product page. And then if I go to the desktop view, we can see this is the page we just looked at online. We can add video content, whatever kind of content we want to add into this page, we can do it. And then if we want to change the text or move things around, we can just go and drag these around. And this is our new visual designer, which we added in last year, and it means we can take every single element on any page and we can edit, change it, delete it, move it around, and basically really customize the site ourselves. So we're really putting the control back into you of how you want these the shops to look like, and then I can just go and add content, and we can pretty much add in whatever we want. It might just be HTML or CSS coding or JavaScript. I might want to go and add in a product carousel, or basically everything you can think of. You can just go and add in these directly in here using our add content button. So all of the pages are customized, and that includes the individual product pages, the list pages, the content pages, for example. So it's not just a shop. You can create additional pages at the top here, which will have all of your relevant information to your website in here. I've got an About Us page with all the team, etc. All of this can be added in. And you can really make the site look however you want. We have a different design here for different product pages. So I can see this is all kind of like with a background image. It looks really nice and tidy. So you can really make the site look however you want. So this is kind of like I mentioned before, a B2C environment, but we might have a B2X store as well, so we're serving multiple clients. We also support things like product grouping, so you might use variants in the store, but we find with variants, if you have a few of them with that drop down box, then they tend to work quite well. However, if you sell products that have multiple variants, then we've found here where we have 32 products listed in this particular plant. If I click into this, we have more of a grid layout, which we find especially through B2B ordering, they do prefer this kind of grid layout, and we talk to a number of customers who find that if they do have this kind of layout, it improves the shop adoption for B2B buyers, because they don't navigate a shop like a typical end consumer. So having this in a grid and being able to type in however they're meant to order, then they can do that directly from here, and then just add a whole bunch of those directly into the shopping cart. So that can really improve the buying experience for them as well. You can basically add in images and videos to, like I said, pretty much any page in here. So our barbecues, we've added in a video at the top there, so it's nice and striking, and I can come across that straight away. And then all of our products are listed underneath. And then if we click into this particular barbecue here, then I can see I can add in that content within the individual product pages as well. So the key thing, what we find, especially through B2B, is if we're trying to increase shop adoption and get more people to use the actual web store itself, then the more information we can put in here against all of our products, the more we can really assist our customers' buying journey through the web store and basically cut out them having to talk to anyone or email in and ask questions. And that helps by putting all technical specifications and things like that into the shop. The more they're going to use the store itself. So I think that's very, very critical. I'm going to show you now how the shop will actually change. So if we just go back to my road bikes, this is what the page will look like. So it's obviously we're showing in stock, out of stock. And like I said, this is list price. We can still do things like comparing products. But if I just go log in at the top of the page, this is where your trade customers log in. So I'm just going to log in as Frank. Each individual would have their own unique password to log into the site itself, and then once they're logged in, we can see we've changed some things, which again, this is customizable, so you don't have to choose this particular layout. But some of the key things have changed really are the price. So the price will be linked directly to that particular customer. So if you have special discounts or price lists assigned to different B2B buying personas, then it'll basically go back live, back to Business Central, and check that the price is correct for this customer, and it will be adjusted accordingly, and we can show the discount if we want to. We're actually showing the number of items in stock as well, which is a live figure. You don't have to show that. Some of our customers like to turn that off and just keep the in stock, out of stock, and low stock, but the option's there if you require. And also, instead of the add to cart button that was next to each product, we've changed this into a type grid on the product list pages. So it's basically I can just go through and type how many I want of each, and then I can just go and add those into the shopping cart, and we can see they've been added into the cart at the top of the screen. So from a B2B buying experience, then that is one way we've made the sites faster to basically place orders. We also have the ability to go and import like orders as well. So for B2B, if I go to order upload, we have a CSV upload where you can just go and have your orders typed into it like an Excel template, and they can just go and drag that in here. It does a real-time lookup back to the ERP to check stock and pricing is all updated, and then we'll populate the shopping cart. Very handy if you have customers who have large orders or repeat orders. It's a quick way of getting that information into the site to actually go and place an order. The other thing we have once we're logged in through B2B, we have our My Account section at the top of the screen. And in here, this is where customers could go and manage their account. So I can come and see all of my orders. So I've got all of my order history in here. I can search for an order, look at order history, for example. I can view the details for each specific order in here. And then they do have the ability to edit if it hasn't been processed yet within the ERP. They can download the document, and they can also reorder. So another thing you can do if you have customers doing a lot of repeat ordering, I can just hit reorder, hit continue, and it's now gonna, again, it will go back and do a live check of stock and pricing, but it's now put that order back in my checkout. Okay, so that is a really quick way for customers to go and reorder, especially if they do obviously a lot of kind of repeat ordering as well. We support discount codes, and they can be entered from the checkout also. And we can also add things to wish lists, so we can order from favorite lists and things like that. I could save this as a template. So I'm just going to say this is our template 1, for example. It might be they order things on week 1 and week 3. And it means they can just load templates up in the checkout area, and then in here they can just go click add to cart, and they can have various templates to put things back into the shopping cart as well. So the B2B buying experience, as you can see, we've tried to speed up that process to make it quick and easy for those customers to go and place orders, and really to increase their shop adoption through the site itself. We can then go and do quotes, and we can do quote to order conversions if required, but I'm just going to go and proceed to checkout in this example. So I'm going to deliver to the same address for now, but we do bring through all of the addresses that are stored within the ERP. I'm just going to go through to our delivery method. So I've got FedEx, UPS, but however you manage that, we'll just put that into the site. I'm going to review the order here. I could put in a reference. I'm just going to put Cisco in here for a reference, and then I'm just going to go and submit the order. So that order has now been submitted. So if we just jump through to our Business Central, I'm going to go through to our sales orders. And I could make it really easy and just go and search for the reference, but in here I'll find it. We can see that order's come through, and if I just go hit this and hit edit, we'll see that that order's come straight in, and then it would follow the same sales ordering process that you currently have now. Okay, so really quick, smart integration. The orders are in there live. It's also a two-way integration, so if an item was no longer available or there was an issue, then I could take that off the order. Alternatively, only for obviously our demonstration purposes, I'm just going to add in a discount to that line. So you can see that's now gone to 698.36. And then if I come out of that order, go back into the shop itself, and go to our order page, we'll see here that 50% discount has been applied, and we can see all of those values have been adjusted. So we have live integration between both systems. And then when customers are logging in, again, to improve the processes and really get customers to adopt the solution, the fact that they can manage their account and view everything and all activity on the account outside of your working hours, it means they can just log in, can they see their orders? If they have got any quotes in here, they can see all their quotes, things that have been expired, what's been reviewed, things that have been approved, things that have been converted to an order can all be managed from here. They can see all of their invoices. So if we go through here, search on my invoices, I can see things that are potentially overdue. I can drill in and download copies of invoices. I might want to pay an invoice. I could do that from here, or I could multiple click invoices and then go hit pay. I don't have actually a payment provider linked, but if you had one, if you're using a solution out there, then they'd just be able to click that, make a payment, and then that would come into Business Central to be allocated to the relevant invoices. So it's an easy way for customers to pay. We also support RMA returns as well. So I could go and do a return, create a new return order, return them in, and then we've got credit notes, track shipments. Basically, they can do everything to manage their own account. And we find the customers who use this really do free up a lot of back-end time of customers phoning in and raising these type of queries. They can just log into the Sana portal and get this information themselves. So I think for our quick demonstration today, I think that's the main things I wanted to show you. But obviously for more information, please do talk to your Cisco account manager, and they can put you in touch with us, and we can help you further on that. So I'm just going to go back to our presentation. So just to cover off some of the key things we talked about here and some of the benefits of Sana. Increased trust and loyalty, so we've just talked about that, the self-service and transparency. We talked about how they can pay multiple or single invoices using debit or credit cards, complete that online offline quote, and order history is all available 24/7 as well, and obviously just going in at any point of the day outside of office hours and placing orders, request quotes, generate returns based on all of the accurate information that's been pulled from the ERP. Creating personalized experience as well. We can actually do customer segmentation. So if you have different customers being able to see different products, or different groups of customers you want to see specific offers, for example, you can set these things up in the system. So you might have a segment of customers who haven't made a purchase with you within 30 days. You want to show a banner on the web store to those customers when they're logged in that they get 5% if they purchase this weekend. You can do that, which means your whole customer base doesn't see it, so you're creating these experiences. You might have some customers buy some products from you and other customers not, so when they log into the site, they only see the products that are relevant to them. So you can really create their own sort of background image products to create that personalized shopping experience. We've streamlined the payment process as well, so you'll see when I just went through that checkout, it was on one screen rather than going through loads of separate screens. So what we have found, we've managed to reduce that shopping cart abandonment rate a lot of customers were having with solutions by putting in a faster optimized checkout process with fewer clicks. So that's really helped streamline B2B ordering as well. Enabling your customers to find what they need as well. So based on their order history in the ERP, they can view most popular items. We can predict future orders as well, and putting in those sort of relevant product suggestions, and really look at those upsell and cross-sell opportunities through your existing customer base. Viewing their order history, as we showed there, the ability to add in a CSV order or just reorder items from previous orders and things like that can really simplify the ordering process and repeat orders for a lot of customers, and adding that information and get into the cart, but also the stock, getting in the stock figures and the right pricing directly from the ERP can really help with this for a lot of customers. Self-service RMA, so the ability to generate returns, and again, we do have a lot of customers who are really interested in this. However, we do have some customers who aren't, and they want to make the return process as tricky as possible. So you don't have to use these. A lot of things that I showed within here you can remove if you're not ready for that yet. But allowing customers to be able to generate their own returns for authorization instead of doing it via email or over the phone can really speed up some of the back-end processes within the business as well. Increase the trust. The calculations are accurate, there's no downtime, it's all in real time from the ERP. We're using all of your existing pricing strategies that are next to each individual customer within there as well. So when a customer speaks to a sales rep, or phones up or emails in or goes to their website, they're getting the best price available to them, which has been pulled from their customer card within ERP, which will drive trust and increase orders directly from the site as well. So just to clarify, obviously we talked about interface versus integrated. We are fully integrated into the ERP, so you only have to manage information in one place. Integrated e-commerce, with this you can basically use all of your existing business logic as your ERP is a single source of the truth. We want to improve that customer buying experience with all of that information at their fingertips. They can make all of their purchases through the web store itself, and they can be confident that the price they're seeing is their unique price. The stock levels are correct, and they can see and track all of their quotes and orders with the self-service portal as well. And for you as a business, it really gives you the ability to upsell and cross-sell into your customer base, and also open up the business to identify new opportunities as well. And obviously leveraging your existing data, we know that our customers invest heavily in their ERP and it runs their business. So let's just use that existing data to power the web store instead of having these separate solutions. And that's how Sana and Cisco can really help you with our combined integrated solution to help you on your e-commerce journey. And thank you very much for joining us today. And like I said, if you're interested to find out more of how we can help, then please do have a word with Cisco, and we can arrange a call to discuss your needs. Thank you very much.